Okay, so I've been planning on doing a video on this rig, and I've been busy and haven't really had time, and there were still some odds and ends I wanted to do with it. So this base design kind of came from one of our neighbors and friends who built the framework, the A-frame for this thing, and I kind of copied their design and then put a bunch of my own tweaks on it. They ran a high pressure rig, and some people love high pressure. I'm a gallon per minute guy, but so I am a cheapskate, so I don't like to buy stuff if I can find it laying around. So the frame from this thing is way overkill. It was actually a frame of one of our old cultivators that was just sitting there, so it actually became a little bit of a problem because the neighbor's rig that I borrowed was smaller tube. This is like 3-inch tubing, and his is like 2-inch, I think. And the trucks, these bale trucks, could actually lift it with it full of water. My truck, with this frame being as heavy as it is, can only lift it off the ground with about 200 gallon of water in it. So I've been gonna tweak it and build another one and do it lighter weight to where I can lift it full. But some of the things I kind of did to this thing was I built everything with cam locks. Everything with cam lock fittings. So I can shut this valve off, and I can uncouple it from the tank, or the pump, and then I have a dredge line up there. So if I run out of water, and this run here is also my recirc, but I can pump myself back full out of a creek or a water hole, water tank. It's a 195 gallon a minute pump. So once it primes up that line on top, I can pump myself back full. And I mean, all my lines are cam locks, so I use this thing in the summertime to spray musk thistle and trees and whatever else. So I don't always need an inch whip line. But yeah, so I I built the hose reel. Once again, just scavenging, stare at my scrap pile and brainstorm up a concept. I mean, the hose reel, these are, I don't know how many farmers or ranchers there are, but this is a rake wheel, the inside of a rake wheel with a piece of tubing inside, and then finding a pivotable joint. And that's a 3/4 inch garden hose. And yeah, now I wanted a whip line. I found in one of our stations, we had an old nozzle, 30 gallon a minute nozzle with a broken bail, and I fixed that and put that on there. And my pump is set on there to where I can pull 2 pins, and I can take the pump off, undo the cam locks up top and the cam lock there, and I've taken the pump and I've hooked it up to a 1,500 gallon water tank and pumped water out of the pond to take the cattle out in the pasture that the ponds were dry. So I wanted to make this thing as universal as I could, and have it to where I can do as much as I can. But yeah, I got a 50-foot garden hose on there. I built a latch mechanism. So like the other day on that fire we did yesterday, I just strung out a hose, ran it through my headache rack, and it just lays there right next to the door, and I can grab it and go. And actually, this nozzle, Harbor Freight nozzle, $7, does great. Although yesterday, I think I dredged up some gunk. I need to put a new screen on there, and it was plugging up my nozzle, so I didn't have my full flow yesterday. But I've used it several times on fires. I had people ride in the back. I really need to get some sort of a rail system that I can throw on there real quick if I have somebody in the back, so it can be safe. And but yeah, eventually I want to redesign it and have it lower profile, have it lower to the truck bed, lighter weight, and make another one. But yeah, low budget. The pump was a Tractor Supply pump for, I think it was $3.25. They give those tanks away, and just some basic fittings. So it's a pretty cool rig. I kind of wish it could sit a little bit further up on the bed sometimes to get the weight a little better. But yeah, there it is.